In 1961, Joan Risch washed dishes in her kitchen in Lincoln, Massachusetts, and then her kitchen was found smeared floor to ceiling in blood, her car still in the driveway, her toddler daughter alone in the house, with hundreds of square miles of New England countryside turning up nothing. And that is the problem. Joan was 32 years old, a homemaker, a mother of two small girls, Karen, 4 years old, and Lillian, not yet 2. Her husband Richard commuted into the city for work. By every account, October 24, 1961 was ordinary. Richard left that morning. Joan was home. Neighbors had seen her moving around the property. She made phone calls. She was in the kitchen. The girls were in the house. It was a Tuesday afternoon in a quiet Massachusetts suburb, the kind of day that does not become a case file, until it did. At approximately 3:50 in the afternoon, a passing motorist spotted a woman in a pink housecoat on Bedford Road. She appeared unsteady, dazed. He kept driving. Another driver, minutes later, reported seeing a woman matching that description climb into a vehicle stopped along the road, though the make, the color, and the driver have never been confirmed. No one stopped. No one asked if she needed help. Back at the house on Doris Road, 4-year-old Corinne told police later that she had watched her mother walk down the driveway. She watched her disappear from sight. Joan did not come back for dinner. She did not come back at all. Richard arrived home to Lillian crying alone in the house, and he walked into the kitchen. The walls were smeared with blood. The floor was tracked with it. Handprints near the telephone. The receiver off the hook. A pink address book open on the counter. The blood trail ran from the kitchen through the back door down the length of the driveway and stopped at the edge of the road. Then nothing. Lincoln police were called. State police followed. Then the FBI, bloodhounds worked the property. Divers searched nearby ponds. Investigators combed the surrounding woods acre by acre. Every hospital within range was contacted. No unidentified women matching her description had been admitted. No bodies surfaced. No clothing. No personal effects. Medical examiners estimated Joan had lost somewhere between 1 and 2 pints of blood inside that kitchen, a volume that suggests serious, possibly fatal injury. And still, nothing beyond that driveway's edge. The most direct explanation was violence, an intruder, an accident involving sharp objects, a sudden medical event. She had staggered from the house, disoriented, and collapsed somewhere in the terrain before help arrived. The blood supported serious injury. The footprints supported flight. A woman in distress had been seen on that road within minutes of the presumed time. The theory fit. Investigators worked it. It was reasonable. Remember that blood, the sheer volume of it, because it matters more the longer you sit with this case. Now here is the part that breaks the theory. In the weeks before she disappeared, Joan Risch had been visiting the Lincoln Public Library. Not for novels, not for anything ordinary. Library records confirmed she had checked out multiple books in the months leading up to October, books specifically about women who had staged their own disappearances. Books that detailed, methodically, how a person could leave an existing life behind and never be located. At least 5 such titles. Investigators confirmed it. The library slips existed. The pattern existed. And now the theory that Joan was a victim of something sudden and violent has to share space with the possibility that she had been researching precisely this outcome. If she staged a disappearance, she chose a method that required losing a dangerous amount of her own blood first. If something happened to her, she had spent months reading about how to vanish. Those 2 explanations cannot comfortably live in the same case file. Her family said she was content. Her husband said the marriage was stable. Friends reported no signs of crisis, but the books were real. Here is what 63 years of investigation have not resolved. The volume of blood in that kitchen describes a woman who should not have been able to walk far, let alone disappear permanently. The library books describe a woman who had been studying how to do exactly that. If she was hurt, she had planned it. If she had planned it, she hurt herself. There is no third option that has ever been confirmed. No remains were recovered. No confession was ever made. No one came forward with information that settled it. Joan Risch is simply absent, and the blood and the book stand on opposite sides of the room, pointing in opposite directions. The The case remains open. Joan was declared legally dead in 1967. Her daughters grew up without her. Richard Risch passed away without an answer. Lincoln's case file has never been closed. Did she plan to leave, or did something find her first?